Squad, it is go time. I want to welcome you back to another workout brought to you by Brave Clothing. I'm Coach Pete. Today's workout, we're going to focus on those lower extremities. That's right. Starting off with one monster set, we have a goblet squat, a dumbbell staggered RDL, and a dumbbell glute bridge. We're there for 35 seconds of work, 25 seconds rest, 4 total sets. After that, we're going to jump into our second monster set, dumbbell alternating reverse lunge, a dumbbell hamstring curl, and a Cossack squat. 40 seconds of work this time, 20 seconds of rest, and only 2 sets. Let's get into this thing. We're gonna start with a nice, easy warm-up. Here we go. Jumping jacks to start. Coordinated arm swing with those lateral jumps in and out. Team, just to note, I am wearing the Clayton 5-panel hat, along with my favorite tech tee, the Dustin Tech tee, and of course my Tristan transfer shorts. We have a standing hip circle. Go ahead and pull that knee to the lateral side of our body, and then go ahead and flex that hip, pulling it right in front of our face. Alternating back and forth. Next up, we have a low sprawl. We're gonna stay nice and low with this one. Coordinated, hands come to the floor, toes jump out, hip close, hip open. Stay nice and low in that squatted position though. Come to standing again, team. We're gonna go ahead and pull the heels towards our rear. Nice, smooth butt kicks. This will, of course, engage those hamstrings, but also bring that heart rate up. Drop squats are next. We're gonna start with the feet underneath our hips, and then we're gonna jump them out into that squatted position. Pulling the hips towards our heels. As we come to the top of that squatted position, we're gonna jump the feet back underneath our hips. Mountain climbers are next. So top of the push-up position, shoulders stacking over the top of the wrist, pulling those knees into our chest, keeping the hips nice and low. Let's wake up that midsection. Let's get that heart rate up nice and high. We're gonna go right back to the start, jumping jacks. Nice, we're gonna switch it up now with the direction of these hip cars. Go ahead and pull that knee in front of our face, and then move it laterally to the outside, and then switching legs back and forth. Low sprawl coming up. Team, catch low in that squat. Wake those hips up, feel the base of that squat. We're gonna be using those legs a ton for this workout. To standing, back to activating those hamstrings. Heels to the butt, light on the toes. Squats next. See if we can snap those hips a little bit cleaner, pulling them a little bit faster into the base of that squat. Finishing off, we have those mountain climbers. All right, team, I want you to go ahead and grab one of your dumbbells. We're gonna start off with a goblet squat pause. So we're gonna load that dumbbell right underneath the chin, nice tall spine for me. Go ahead and setting the hips into a squatted position, slow on the eccentric, pausing for a 1/1000, and then driving up out of that squat. All right, team, here we go. First set, let's get it. 35 seconds is on the clock. Remember, a controlled squat on the way down. Find the base of that position. Drive through the glutes, drive through the hamstrings, snap those hips open. Nicely done. All right, moving on to that staggered stance. We're gonna need 2 dumbbells for this movement. Go ahead and load both your hands, pulling the shoulders back. We'll start with that right leg forward. So that left leg is gonna be staggered right behind us, basically pigeoned off that toe. Go ahead and load that front leg. That's gonna be the working leg. We're gonna shoot the hips straight back, keeping that nice vertical shin and slight hinge in the knees. Here we go. Beautiful, team. What I want you to focus on is loading that front leg. That back leg there is just for support and balance. Feel the stretch in the back of that leg and then go ahead and snap those hips through. All right, coming up next, we have that loaded glute bridge. So go ahead and lie flat on the back, grab one of your dumbbells. We're gonna place that thing right on our hip. Feet are firmly planted on the floor. And then go ahead and have those shoulders pinned to the floor. We're gonna drive through the heels, squeezing the glutes at the top. Feeling that big squeeze, lowering right back into that next repetition. Nicely done, team. Okay, we're gonna come back to the standing. We're gonna start off with that goblet squat again. Here we go, load and squat. Remember, controlled descent. Pause that brief second, and then drive through those hips, squeezing at the top, and then getting right into that next repetition. That front-loaded position is gonna ask our midline to be firing the entire time. So keep the belly tight, keep the shoulders pinned, and make sure that posterior chain is locked and loaded. Moving on to that staggered RDL, we're gonna switch up legs. So now we're gonna load that left leg, and the right leg is gonna be just staggered behind us. Slight hinge in that knee, vertical shin, shooting the hips straight back, feeling that pull right in the back of our hamstring, and then go ahead and come to standing by letting our hips and our shoulders raise at the same time. Perfect. Back to that one dumbbell. We've got those loaded glute bridges. So when you load those hips, pin the shoulder blades to the floor, heels stay planted, and then focus on that big squeeze right to the backside. Here we go. Few more seconds. Nicely done. That is halfway through this monster set. We're gonna go back to that goblet squat. Load it up with the dumbbell. Let's get into it. Pretty squats every time. These do not have to be rushed. I want to find a nice cadence, making sure our knees are tracking over the top of our toes. We're not putting it too far back in the heels. We're finding that midfoot. And of course, slow eccentric, pause, right back up. Beautiful. Go ahead and rest. We're going to go back to that right leg now. With these staggered RDLs, remember that front leg is doing the work. I want you to feel how far that hamstring is allowing you, of course, to fall into that position. As you descend down the leg, if you feel that stretch right at the top of the knee, stop there and go ahead and come right back to standing. But as we get warmer, let those dumbbells drift a little bit further down that shin, feel a little bit more stretch throughout that hamstring. Couple more reps. Nicely done, team. Make sure we get to the floor fairly quickly here. Grab that dumbbell, get it across our hips. I'm using one dumbbell. If you want to, you can get both dumbbells up there, or you can just go body weight. Heels planted, shoulders pinned. Let's go. Here we go. Driving those hips high, squeezing the glutes right at the top. Try not to relax at the base of that position. Team, we made it. We've got one more set through. Doing great. I know you're sweating. I know the legs are lighting up by now, but this is the last set here, and we'll take a brief breather. Here we go. Keep that nice upright posture the entire time. Don't let those shoulders roll forward. Don't let that back arch. Last time we're here. Almost there. Very nice. Okay, we're gonna go back for that second set on that left leg. Again, that rear leg is just there for a little bit of balance and support. Let's get into it. Drawing the hips back, feeling the stretch through that left leg, squeezing that glute at the top. That is it. All right, here we go. Last time with the glute bridges. Let's get it going. Big squeeze right at the top. Remember, pause, lower ourselves nice under control, and then right back into that next rep. Handful of seconds are left. Keep it coming. Beautiful. Team, that is one monster set done and dusted. We're gonna move on to our next one. We have 3 different exercises here. We got that dumbbell alternating reverse lunge, a dumbbell hamstring curl, and a Cossack squat. Remember, only 2 sets of each of these, 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. We got about 20 seconds left in this rest and recovery, but just be mindful, we're gonna need 2 dumbbells for one of these exercises.
New name is Baby Ninja. Tarantino the Baby Ninja.
Starting off with that dumbbell alternating reverse lunge. Go ahead and load both hands. We're gonna take a nice big lunge step backwards, dropping that back knee towards the earth. Again, the work is being done through that front leg, so I wanna load that hip, load that glute, drive out of that front leg, and then come to standing. Balance and coordination are key here. Make sure it's a slow eccentric as we lower into that lunge position and then driving out of that front leg. Last couple seconds. Nicely done. Okay, 1 dumbbell for the next part. I want you to start getting ready now. It's gonna be a little bit challenging to get into. So set up a dumbbell or have somebody hand you this dumbbell. You're gonna squeeze that dumbbell in between the soles of your feet. Chest is on the floor, and then you're gonna go ahead and lift with those hamstrings. Flexing through the back of those legs, feeling that pinch, and then slowly lowering it back towards the floor. Team, be mindful here. Keep the feet together. It's an active engagement, pulling those feet together the entire time as we work through this hamstring curl. You should feel those hamstrings light up right away if you're doing this correctly. If you feel like you're gonna cramp, take a breather and then reset and go. Nicely done. Okay. Come back to standing. We have a Cossack squat next. Feet are gonna come wider than usual. Just like you would a lunge, we're gonna settle either into that right or that left leg, pushing that knee right over the top of the toe. Keeping the hips nice and low, we're gonna drag them across to the other leg. We wanna focus on just loading that hip, loading that glute. Keeping the hips nice and low, chest stays nice and tall through this as well. Heel stays planted the entire time. If for a brief second we need to stand up out of this, go ahead and do so, but then get right back into that low squat position. Nicely done. All right, that is the first round through of this monster set. We're gonna come right back to the top with a reverse lunge, but remember, 40-20, a little bit quicker rest, a little bit more work. Be here. Load that front leg, drive squarely out of that front foot. Beautiful. Okay. Set up again. Get that one dumbbell set. Belly to the floor, hips stay firmly planted right on the floor. Feet come together right on the dumbbell. And then we're gonna go ahead and flex through the back of those hamstrings. For the second set, if the hamstrings feel a little bit looser, go ahead and reach and extend as far as we can, feeling that pull through the hamstring, but then right back into that flex position, pulling the heels towards the butt. Couple more reps. Team, we've made it. 40 seconds and we are done. Cossack squats to finish off. Nice wide stance, we got this. Let's get set. Dropping down. Pushing that knee right into that heel. Feeling that hip light up. Stay low. Let's see who can handle for 40 seconds straight. More than halfway there, team. Keep it coming. And we're done. Team, nicely done as usual. Thank you so much for joining me today for this brutal lower body workout. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to our Brave channel, and of course, in the comments, let us know what you want to see next out of these workouts. For right now, I'm Coach Pete. Adios.